Hello everybody, this is an informative video so you guys can have a better look in our rare components of the forage harvest. This video contains simple and brief information that can help you to have a better and safer harvest. It will help you plan your maintenance program and organize your spare parts so you can act preventively to avoid possible setbacks. It's important to use only original parts in your machine. The original parts were dimensioned for the specific work they do, and they are submitted for strict quality control, which can guarantee the life of the components and their performance in the machine. The holder knives of the machine must be correctly fixed, well sharpened and adjusted in relation to the counter knife for the perfect operation of the machine's chopping system. If the knives are warm or unregulated, they will not properly chop the forage, and it's necessary so the knives are correctly sharpened and regulated to guarantee a precisely chopped forage, ensuring the proper function of the animal rumen. The counter knife and the knife work together and make a scissor cut system of the chop. In our current models, the counter knife has 4 work leaves, while in the previous models there were only 2. This very important item needs to be in good work conditions with its sharpened corner for the best efficiency in cutting the collected material and making less effort in the mechanical assembly of your harvest. If the counter knife is poorly adjusted or warm, the size of the chop that was chosen will not be reached, in addition to resulting in irregular cuts. Warm or poorly regulated counter knives will also require more for your tractor, which will consume more fuel in this operation. The sharpener stone is used to sharpen the knives when they are worn out. In poor condition, it will compromise the machine chopping system, as if it's not in good condition, it will not sharpen the knife. As for the sharpening frequency, follow the instructions in the operation material. This ensures that the cutting edge of the knife will be kept in perfect condition, which guarantees a longer life for the sharpening stone. In crops that have grains, such as maize especially, the kernel cracker screen or the kernel process system is critical during the harvest operations. With the component installed in good conditions, we will have a higher KPS of your silage, a great amount of broken kernels, a better processing of the kernels. The breaking of the kernels will be more efficient, aiming at the detachment of the starch from inside the grain, improve the fermentation process of your silage, and increasing the feed conversion of your herd, which results in greater milk production. In addition of the sets of knives and counter knives, always before the harvest season, check the exported item of your machine. This small gear has a great function in a forage harvest. It transfers the movement that comes from the holder shaft to the feeding drums, which are in charge of cutting the forage and pick at a controlled speed and drive to the set of knife and counter knives, so the forage is chopped evenly. It's essential that the knives of the feeding drums are in good conditions during the operation of the machine. The knives help in the efficiency of a good cut and the collection of the organic material. In case of wear, it's possible to change the knife from the right side to the left side, since the knife has 2 leaves, but if both sides are already worn, it's necessary to replace the knife with a new one. The counter knife of the feeding drums guarantees a precise cut of the forage stalk and the cleaning of the accumulated material from the cut. The good condition of this component, in addition to precisely cutting the forage stalks, preventing the breaking of the safety pins. The carding shaft transfers power and rotation movement from the tractor's power takeoff into the machine gearbox, feeding its movement. It's extremely important to correctly cut the carding shaft. Make the cut as shown in your operation manual. The carding shaft in good conditions and lubricate guarantees the harvest performance and avoids vibrations that can damage your machine. If your harvest is equipped with a belt drive, always remember to observe and maintain its tension. Always make sure your belt is clean, avoiding contact with grease and oil. A belt that is too tight will force the shaft bearings, damaging the bearings, the belt, and the machine components. The safety pin serves as a protection for your machine. It's very important to protect the mechanical components of the machine breaking down before there is a major problem. It's extremely important to always use original safety pins. A pin that's not original may have a higher resistance than necessary, which can cause it not to break, attacking machine components, while a pin with low resistance will break ahead of time, causing low work efficiency and replacement of the broken pins. Remember, if the safety pin is breaking, always refer to your operation manual. It's likely that your machine needs revision in the feeding and cutting sets, and your harvest speed must be adjusted. This spring is important because it has the function of pressing the mobile pickup roller against the fixed flat roller, ensuring that the forage is well compressed so that the chipper assembly can cut the material accurately. Therefore, it is important that this spring is in good work conditions. If your shop is with a lot of straw and regular cuts, check the conditions of your spring and change if it's necessary. The optional machine toolkit is important for the assembly and disassembly of its components. It's important to mention that the correct assembly and disassembly of the machine's components guarantees its useful life and the proper function of the machine. These components are extremely important to the good performance of your machine. In case of doubts, consult the operation manual or ask for help in your authorized dealer.